out of my front yard, and I cut them all back.
Yeah.
And that made me feel really good. And then, so Andrew and I rearranged the bedroom.
Oh, yeah. I haven't even got to look yet.
It's trasher now. I mean, you can still look. I don't care.
Yeah.
I have to change the sheets because the corner keeps popping off.
That's the worst.
Even with the clips.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's been a week anyways. You need to be switched. But so yeah, like rearrange the room. I love it. I can't wait until I get the desk out of the guest room because I'm actually going to move the mirror top into the guest room and make it like a stand for people whenever they're staying over. They can put some like stuff up there.
The mirror top?
To my dresser.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Because it's got all the shelves and everything on it. Andrew wanted the TV there, and honestly, it worked better.
Agreed.
But the only problem is I made a Doom box.
Oh, no.
A Doom box that's sitting at the top of the stairs. And I'm like, And then I'm like, you know what, Cena? Just keep going through and we're going to move the Doom boxes all to one location. And then I was like, and then Nicole's going to go through them with me.
I will just do it for you.
Yes.
I literally will go through that thing in like 15 minutes.
I mentally was like, Nicole will make all my decisions for me. I knew it was happening. I'm like, I volunteered you. Everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. So I got a compliment at work I didn't expect.
Okay.
So there's stuff I'm not allowed to talk about, and I'm not going into detail, but there's certain filings we have to do.
Okay.
Because I work
filings.
Like reporting to the government kind of stuff. And, there's forms we have to fill out. There's all kinds of stuff. It's just compliance laws.
Okay.
And, so we fill out these forms like every day. It's just like a thing. And I get a phone call. And Bridget answers, and she's like, and she and I are the only one in the office. And she's like, oh, yeah, she's here. She can talk to you. And I'm like, oh, okay. And she transfers it over to my phone.
Yeah.
And I pick up. And the one lady, she's like, first of all, the first thing she says to me, she's like, I have to say you're not in trouble. She's like, I know everyone always thinks that when I call them.
Yeah.
And I was like,
is she from the government?
No. She's our compliance officer.
Okay.
So
yes, she is.
Someone I report to.
Okay.
And she was like, I just wanted to let you know. She's like, the way you did this, and this. She's like, I just wanted to thank you because it cuts down so much more work, or it cuts down on the work I have to do.
Yeah.
It just makes things easier. And she's like, and that's all I wanted to say was just thank you for being so diligent. Great. And I was like, you're welcome. And it made me feel really good. And not only that, but, like my boss was there.
Yeah.
And got to because, I told her what it was. And so had the other lady told her what she wanted to talk to me about.
Yeah.
And I'm like, being complimented to my boss is amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
that made me feel really good. The doggies got a bath. And
they're so soft.
They're so fluffy. Well, I mean, the fluffiness went away because they're sleek now.
Yes.
But Andrew actually was able to use the hairdryer on the dogs. And when I do it, Paisley does her shrill barks and tries to eat the hairdryer. But Andrew, it wasn't a problem.
Yeah.
So before I talk about my sad thing, I just want to say, Sean.
By the way, he loves that he's mentioned. And he was like, I was mentioned again in the Easter one. I'm like, you'll probably
Sean, I'll mention you all
every
the
time.
It's called hyperfixation. Sean, you sent me a story or something on Instagram, and you follow me, and I have requested to follow you, but you, sir, have not accepted my request. And because of that, I can't view what you sent me. So, Sean, accept your girl. Okay. But in all seriousness,
Cena's turn to cry on the podcast.
I think I've already cried about it today.
But
I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
I was out in the sun,
Yes.
Got the emotional high from that.
Yeah. You really work in them tan lines. I'm sorry.
I got so tan today.
But I can see it everywhere.
I got so tan today.
Yeah.
But There's someone who is very near and dear to me, and she is a woman who's our age, and she is very, very ill. She has stage 4 cancer, and it has spread throughout her body. And she's a young mother. She has 3 children, 6 and under. And she has been in the ICU for the last week. She is getting all treatments that she can. And the last message we have is that she's fighting for her life. So whether you're a person who believes in prayers or thoughts or just anything, if you guys, any of our listeners can think about this young mother, and I guess really any mother who needs help, but for my friend, if you guys can all just send her some love and well wishes, her and her family, her husband, it's very fast and very unexpected.
Yeah, because she only found out
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Maybe 2.5 weeks ago. And is a very serious situation, and it's terrifying.
Yeah.
And I stood on my front porch last night with my dad, and I'm like, Dad, what if she's dying?
Oh, she definitely is.
Yeah.
I don't mean to make that sound terrible, but she definitely is.
Yeah.
Because it's on her spine, it's in her brain.
And all I think about is my friend Steven.
Yeah.
He had stage 4 and he beat it.
Yeah. You
and
never
I'm
know.
not
crazier things have happened.
Crazier things have happened, and I have to try and believe in a miracle right now.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone who's listening, pray, think, manifest, believe in miracles.
It's Fact of the Week. So we have in 1871, the American Museum of Natural History opened in New York City. And I'm kind of annoyed to try to research this to find out what their first exhibits were of. Could not figure it out. I do know that the T-Rex skeleton that they have there now came about 10 years later. So it's very old. Has been on display, kind of very old. Obviously, it's very old. It's a T-Rex skeleton.
Well, yeah, because they got it in the 1880s. It's over 100 years.
Mm-hmm. So, then we have in 1887, George Thomas Morton performed the first U.S. operation to remove an appendix called an appendectomy. Thank you. You saved my husband.
Round of applause.
And then we have our banger of the week from 2013. Pinks featuring Nate Ruiz or Ruse. Just give me a reason. I know.
What a banger.
Pink is just the queen of all.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So this week, we all know Nicole and I are obsessed with mythology.
Yes.
We are obsessed with gods and goddesses.
Yes.
And, we like women more than men. So,
agreed.
This week on our mythology segments, I guess we're doing goddesses from around the world. We didn't do the same culture.
I have a man.
You have a man?
I do. It's my second person.
Ew.
Sorry, I didn't know we were only doing women.
It said goddesses.
It says Greek mythology. So we gotta change that up.
Yeah, because I don't think any of us did Greek.
No, I did both Egyptian mythology.
Well, girl, you want to take it away?
Yeah. Okay, so I did Ma. The T is silent. It's spelled Maat. Which refers to the ancient Egyptian concept of truth, balance, order, harmony, law, morality, and justice. Ma was also the goddess who personified these concepts and regulated the stars, seasons, and the actions of mortals and the deities who had brought order from chaos at the moment of creation.
Oh.
Yeah. After her role in creation After her role in creation and continuously preventing the universe from returning to chaos, her primary role in ancient Egyptian religion dealt with the weighing of the heart that took place in the duet. Her feather was the measure that determined whether the souls considered to reside in the heart of the departed would reach the paradise of the afterlife successfully. In other versions, Ma was the feather as the personification of truth, justice, and harmony. She was represented as a young woman. Sometimes she is depicted with wings on either arm or as a woman with an ostrich feather on her head. Pictured above for your viewing pleasure.
It is a pleasure, and I am viewing it.
Pharaohs are often depicted with the emblems of Ma to emphasize their roles in upholding the laws and righteousness from the 18th dynasty, which is 1550 to 1295 BC. Ma was described as the daughter of Ra, indicating that pharaohs were believed to rule through her authority. Ma represents the ethical and moral principle that all Egyptian citizens were expected to follow throughout their daily lives. They were expected to act with honor and truth in matters that involve family, the community, the nation, the environment, and the god. To the Egyptian mind, Ma bound all things together in an indestructible unity. The universe, the natural world, the state, and the other, or the individual, were all seen as parts of the wider order generated by Ma. A passage in the inscription of I have no idea how to pronounce it.
Why don't you spell it?
Ptahhotep, which makes me think of Hemotep.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Presents Ma as follows. Ma is good and its worth is lasting. It has not been I'm going to start this over. Okay.
Rewind, scratch.
Ma is good and its worth is lasting. It has not been disturbed since the day of its creator, whereas he who transgresses its ordinances is punished. It lies as a path in front even of him who knows nothing. Wrongdoing has never yet thought its venture to port. It is true that evil may gain wealth, but the strength of truth is that at last a man can say, "It was the property of my father." Do you want me to go on with my man, or do we want to do backs and forthies? Let me go on with my man.
Okay.
I did the god Set. My phone just died. Can I use your...
Yeah, absolutely.
I tried my bestest.
You tried. I admire your
Here
try.
is Set. Look at his face. I'll be talking about it. Okay. He is the god of deserts, storms, disorder, violence, and foreigners in ancient Egyptian religion. Totally opposite of Ma, basically.
Okay.
Set had a positive role where he accompanies Ra on his bark to repel Apep, the serpent of chaos. Set had a vital role as a reconciled combatant. He was the lord of the Red Land, where he was the balance to Horus' role as Lord of the Black Land. Ma'am, you were banished for a reason. You need to lay down.
Go lay down.
In the Osiris myth, the most important Egyptian myth, Set is portrayed as the usurper who killed and mutilated his own brother Osiris. Osiris's wife Isis, who is also his sister, reassembled his corpse and resurrected.
What are you doing, step bro?
Reassembled his corpse and resurrected her dead husband with the help of the goddess Nephthys. The resurrection lasted long enough to conceive his son and heir Horus. Horus sought revenge